Hello, hello. I have no clue if the sound is good or not, so hopefully it is, and we'll see from there. Check. How yeah, nice to see you, Akshik, I guess. Yeah, so just before qualifying starts, which it will do very quickly, I want to make a quick reminder of the point system, the points standings. Sorry. So yeah, there's another eagle on the grid, a new one. But we might need to force liveries on eagles. We only have one livery, and the three of us are the same one, I think. But so before quali start, just quick stop on the points. We have KS and Eric fighting for the lead with 88 and 84 points. Then there's a little gap and another battle of four-way battle for third place with Andrew, Zgedi, Matthias and Akshik. So for the cars it's Brabham, Ferrari, Brabham, Eagle, Lotus, and then there is another little gap in more battles with Jelko, the Anderson brothers who missed the previous round, both in the Ferraris, Lumago, Files who should be there and fighting for big points tonight. Max Neo, the rest is people that just finished one round. But yeah, here we are. So just for the reminder, the teams as well. For the team standings, it's Scuderia Mako who no, it's just a reminder of the standings still, right? I won't do the. I could have get proper screenshots, but a bit late tonight, so I'm just doing it quickly with the spreadsheet. I didn't take hours and hours to make this to not show it on stream. And yeah, so we have the Ferraris of Eric and Viles in the first place. Ferrari of the Anderson brothers. And Excessively Motorsport, which is Andrew and Ultimate Kaiser in the Brabham. 10, nice. Don't even know if I have. How many I have? Probably less than you. Okay, enough spreadsheets. Let's see cars. I don't have a weird. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's not just the stream, that's the issue. What's happening? That because of the old. It might have been because of the THR towers somehow. I also had some artifacts behind some cars. It looks like it's gone, which is good, but I had them. I had some at Spa, but I had them a lot more when I just logged in. But it should be fine now. So hopefully everything is fine, and we can Oh, if I just alt tab and when I get back on the stream, it's pretty laggy. What's happening? Do I have something behind? Oops. I can just repurpose that. Yay. We do have the tents as well. You know, it should go good. Okay. So what do we have for now? 5 minutes gone already in qualifying. We have Eric in a Ferrari with the fastest sectors 1, 2 and 3. Taking of course the fastest lap for now. Almost 8 tenths ahead of Andrew. Okay, it's just a bit further down. We have the new guy, Erwin Lloyd, I think it was. I thought it was Erwin. A1, sorry. A1 Lloyd. The new guy showing up in the Eagle and showing some speed already. So far he is the best. Oh, come on. Yeah, I will need to update download the newest oh come on, the updated TH tower. Because when I tested them driving, it was all fine. Same seemed to have to make some issues, but it was also the default version, so maybe the update really changed things. Have Eagles doing things here. Just me, or maybe. It's a fun fact. It really looks like we didn't have enough Riverside already. Just because last Saturday I was doing a Grand Prix Legends race, 1 hour race around this track, the long version. Doesn't just bypass at the chicane right where we see here. I don't. Maybe we will see. Just this is a shorter version, and instead of going like keeping on a straight here, we'll go turn right when the long track creeps on the left and gets back here. So I was doing 1 hour race on Grand Prix Legends, and on the same day, just after I finished the race, like maybe half an hour after, there was another event on Assetto Corsa, so this version of the track, but same longer layout, with S-Roll, which had like 60 cars, great, something like that, like pretty crazy, but that also had some issues. With drivers like GP Labs and Jamie Broadbent. I think it was like 2 hour, 3 hour event, pretty long race. And so we are us two, like we are another one driving the Riverside on 1967 Formula 1 though, so it's another different combo somehow, on the exact same era, but different cars again. So pretty funny that all the Riverside events fell into like in 4 days of apart. I find it pretty funny. And we've got Biles showing up good speed and getting P2. So for now it's 1-2 for the teammates on the Ferrari. We have Sgetty on the Eagle, Eagle 3 and 4, Sgetty and A1 Lloyd. So I'm showing some good speed as well. And only then we have Andrew and KS on the Brabham, which is honestly way more surprising than at Spa. Like, this is the places we expected them to be at Spa, and they had good pace. KS even won the race, but here it's, I would have expected the Brabham to be very strong here with all the corners and like taking advantage of the agility of the Brabham. But apparently either the drivers or the car or both together are quite struggling against the other one. Let's keep going down. So we have Akashik in the Lotus. I think I saw Box at one point, his teammate, but he isn't there anymore, so I don't know. We have Neo in the Eagle. Ultimate Kaiser with the Andrew's teammate, another Brabham, and finally Yelko in a Brabham as well. Quite far off space for now, but it's how it feels. Like we've seen it getting some results with the strategy of not crashing, so we'll see how it goes. This was fun. There were multiple drivers in the pits with 9 minutes to go in the qualifying. I'm going to do doing a few things on the side as well, so I might miss some things happening during quali. So at least we have almost the top six driver in the same second, and then there's quite a big gap, and Akashik another 6/10 to Ultimate Kaiser, very close behind is Neo, and another 8/10 to Yelko. So pretty stacked up the field, back at the front, and then there's a bit more caps. Somehow again missing a few drivers, which is a bit sad to see. But we hope to get them by the next round, which is not next week, by the way. Next week will be just a casual event, so there won't be any stream, as I will be back behind the wheel. And I will be back in 2 weeks at Bremgarten, if I remember correctly, on what will probably be a very interesting race, and probably a very deadly one as well. I really hope not, but I also know most of the drivers we have here, so we'll have to see. What happens. So far, only Eric is below the 180, and still almost half a second gap to his teammates and anyone behind. So this is looking good for Eric, and with KS only 6th right now, he might take advantage and score big points today. as opposed to Spa last week. Oh, wild swing, very wide here to attempt an overtake. I think it was, yeah, ultimate Kaiser. Wasn't really keen on letting him by. When we have Skitty splitting the two Ferraris at the top of the page with the fastest sector 2. Sorry, fastest sector 2 of them all. In the Eagle. Pretty interesting. Like he's getting on home soil. He was impressive at the preseason race. I think it was Laguna Seca. Taking the win. Yeah, that's scary guy. Like, put him on American circuits and his shine, like pretty crazy. Is that quality done already, Viles, or will you get out for another lap? 4 minutes and a half, so that's more than enough to make last attempt. All done. Okay. Pretty good so far. Happy to see you this high and close to your teammate. Oh yeah, I can. I guess with the headset, I didn't really think about that. Oh. Spinning in front of Chaos. Chaos still trying to break into the top. I mean, up on the standings. He already is up in 4th, which is quite good. And we have now Akashik taking Chaos' place at almost being in a 1 second to Eric. He has I guess he has closed the gap. Still have a few, but he's very close to the few drivers in front of him, so that might be pretty like good for him. if he can just follow the train of cars in front of him for the first few laps, so maybe take advantage and find some lines that he didn't find earlier on. And then he can use the Lotus power to make overtakes. But we'll see how it goes. Because last time out he didn't make big mistake. He made one spin that needed repair, but he managed to limp back to the pits, and it resulted in a solid podium position. So this is pretty good to see. And then back then we still have Ultimate Kezo, now 8 laps already, and Neo 4 laps only. Very close together, but quite far off the rest. And Nielko only 4 tenths down, so those 3 might battle for P8. We'll need to see. And then the top, I mean, Eric might probably just fly away, and then from second to P7 there might be a battle. Maybe just skating Viles in second place and the rest for P4, but this is just like everything can happen. Those cars are just so demanding. But it's very easy to make mistakes, especially on such track where you have multiple very difficult corners, like the previous one where you could just slide away, or there is so many different ways to take it. And this one we just go like the apex is pretty blind, and then track just dropped just at the end of the braking zone. And Hello there. Yeah, especially yeah, if you manage to practice during the week, then you can join at the very end of quali and starting from the back and make up your way from there. But that's really up to you. If you haven't practiced at all and you don't really know the track yet, it's probably a better idea to just stay there and watch the race from here. Especially as like the track is pretty interesting. So it's not super long, like 118. Maybe I should have. I mean, we put the short layout. Maybe you could have put the longer one, but it adds like 10, 20 seconds maybe, so it's still less than 2-minute lap. Oh, you were in the Riverside event of Stroll. Yeah, Eagle is completely different, but and you have the bypass, like the short chicane here instead of the long layout. But it offers different challenges, I think. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like it's widely different from most of the other tracks, where the other tracks are quite long, usually. Like we had Spa, and we'll have Brabham, which is also quite long. Oh, actually, with the little touch on the wall. And that's up to P4 still, so pretty good. We have the top 7 one in the same second. Pretty interesting. So yeah, definitely the shortest track of the calendar. Yeah, I think everyone will remember Spa for quite a long time. I'm just gonna. Everyone is back in the pits, so. Okay, should be good. Jump on Eric. So we have 2x2 standard grid here for once. It's not a crazy 3x4 or a 3x2 grid, so that should ease up the things out of the grid, because the cars will quickly go into the S's of the first sector, and thankfully this version of the track is way more forgiving than the Grand Prix Legends version. You can go across the grass, I mean the dirt here, compared to what I had in the Grand Prix Legends, when you had the tires marking the layouts at multiple corners, and you just really didn't want to go wide. So 20 seconds. Lights, Brabhams are ready. Engine revving. And go! Good start from both of them actually with a poor start in the middle. Oh, big crash. Oh, what happened there? That two cars. Oh, two cars, but that was caused by the poor start of Akashik, making it 3 wide, and suddenly there was someone probably tried to close the door and then didn't end well. That is very sad after such a good qualifying for Akashik, trying to avoid chaos by qualifying high, and it doesn't work. But he's not that far down, so it should be fine. He should be able to catch up the train and fight his way to the top. Neo with the incredible start from P9, I think, to P5, so pretty good. Yeah, Eric making the lead here is pretty. If he doesn't make mistake, and he doesn't make many, he should be able to walk away. But it depends on how is he comfortable with the car being heavy with the full tank of fuel. Oh, Case jumped into the pits, so he was ahead of Akashik, but apparently needed some repairs. just wait and see, just wait and see. It didn't happen instantly, which is pretty good. Yeah. And yes, Steel Rod, Akashik is our GT class starting driver for this Saturday's event, TH 12 hour of Le Mans. But at least on GT cars and World Sports car, you can't really have these kind of issues where the wheels of the open wheelers get between each other and just clip the wheels. On closed cockpit cars, you just touch the side of the car. It doesn't do much, so it should be fine. Saying that, I don't think we have any start without any issue yet, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it will be like 50 car grid doing the Le Mans start with widely different acceleration and braking and cornering speed, so this will be very interesting. I'm happy to not making the start for once, so I can just rest and watch it happening on the stream. Just relax and watch it happening. Oh, Ultimate Case, I'm making a mistake here. And actually he's already up to 6th place. Somehow missed Neo's making a mistake as well. But okay, should be fine. So from the leaders we are missing KS, who had the incident with Akashik and needed to pit for repair. Probably his suspension was suspension or steering was damaged due to the wheels being making contact. As we are watching A1 Lloyd, a newcomer to the league, chasing Andrew for P4. Going a bit wide here. Let's do a... Oh, big drift of Andrew. This is what I was saying earlier, like the corners starting just when you go downhill after the big bump on a track, and just so easy to lose the rear. I mean, the whole car goes very light, and it's quite easy to lose traction. So here we are, final corner. Let's make a full lap in the Eagle. So start finish right, which really isn't very straight. The left here should be flat out, but could cause some issues with the full fuel and understeer in some cars. Then you have the S's. You can cut a bit on the grass, on the dirt, as many drivers do. Braking here quite hard. Uphill as well, and you just got to slide up at the top of the little hill, just when you really want to turn in. So quite dangerous, and here you brake uphill and suddenly downhill turning in, so again the level variation making it very tricky and interesting to drive. And then put the power down on a backstride. Slight left here, but it's very full speed. And then coming down in the final corner, which is a banked corner, typical USA, I would say. Don't really have that on European tracks, but it's really an interesting corner as well. You can still understeer quite crazy in that, and it still helps to turn, but yeah. So the gaps are growing a bit. I think the closest one might be Neo versus Ultimate. For P7 for now, so we'll stay a bit with that battle. Yeah, Monza is an interesting one because oh come on. The oval section was pretty much abandoned already in the 70s, late 70s at least. So, oh come. It's so weird. But yeah, you're absolutely right. They even made a few races where they invited Indy cars to race against the Formula 1 cars of the era, notably in the late 50s. They attempted that, and of course the Indy cars destroyed the Formula 1 cars of the era on the Monza banking, which is quite funny. Because like the IndyCar at this point, like Maserati, who was in Formula 1, and Ferrari, who was in Formula 1, pretty much both had IndyCars as well, so they should have known what was what would happen, and still they made it happen, and it just showed that somehow IndyCar was faster than Formula 1 on oval, which is like pretty crazy or just pretty plain obvious, but yeah. But yeah, if you ignore, I mean, even if you go even further back in time, because it's really a thing of the past that didn't stay a thing in Europe. But oval tracks were really a thing of the past when back then you had the races were more city to city, so open roads, or very long circuits like Targa Florio, very long loops. I know we've raced Brno as well in Czech Republic. Which is quite an, I think, known one. The Mugello used to be a long one as well before it was turned into the beautiful racetrack that we know today, being used in MotoGP, notably, and Formula 1 went to it with the COVID. But the issue with that kind of racing, it was quite dangerous and then quite hard to showcase. So they made oval. Ooh, okay, sliding by Neo here. They had the idea to make oval tracks to chase track records, and the and yes, exactly. That Brooklyn is exactly the track I was going to, doing that. The Sieges, whatever, Sieges Terramar, something like that. The Spain one. This one, crazy dangerous track that only saw 1 or 2 races before it was abandoned. So this one was pretty dangerous. Avis was a good one as well, just going back and forth on the German highway, and one end being a flat hairpin and the other end being a massive bank corner, which was ended, and the track was abandoned and the banking corner was demolished after yet another dead incident. I think it was Jean Bérard, a Frenchman, in a sports car event. Montlhéry is a French one, which the oval was similarly to the Monza. The oval was part of a bigger complex with a proper track next to it. And typically Montlhéry kept hosting big events like the World Sports Car events deep into the 60s, but the oval section was pretty much tamed down with chicanes. Yeah, I think we've basically made the tour of all the vintage oval tracks of Europe, because in more recent form, we have fights being very close to Skelly for P2. In a more modern versions, we have the Lotus ring in Germany, I think, and just Rockingham, something like that in the UK. Oh, sliding into turn 1. Going wide, cutting the into the gravel, getting past, getting back ahead. Good one, good attempt here. Yeah, I think it's Rockingham in the UK that had the oval, but track has been also a thing, not a thing, a thing, not a thing, so it's not really news anymore. I think the Lotus ring is still in use, but not the oval section, just the infield, with the triangular shaped oval. So it's not really oval; it's really a triangle, more like Pocono Raceway in the US. Battle still be quite crazy with Piles taking the advantage, maybe, but getting the inside for the final corner. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a different culture of the things. Like they also we have the karting tracks where we like the way the younger drivers form in Europe is karting track and then go up the rank in Formula cars. The whole Formula 3, Formula 4, Formula 3, Formula Europes, things like that, even Formula Renaults or Formula Fords before. So you have basically the thing for us is the very base layer in Europe is the karting tracks, when you have quite a lot everywhere. Meanwhile, in the US it's dirt ovals, so very small dirt oval, and they just drive there, and this is their way to get into motor racing, and you get up the rank starting there with the. It's just a different way to see the things. It just both existed at the very start of the motorsport history, and just the US went this way, and in Europe we went the closed circuit way. So I really like the fact that both exist, and we have drivers crossing the Atlantic in both directions to do whatever they want. So it's really, I find it really interesting. Like, fire's going again. Like the most recent IndyCar, like the best IndyCar driver is coming from Spain, Alex Palou. When we've seen few American drivers being very strong in Formula 1, they are more competent in endurance racing. Mostly because, I mean, the American endurance scene has always been quite a thing as well. But yeah, they are quite known for their skills, like the drifting skills, due to they started to drive on dirt ovals, so they pretty much need to know how to feel a car and how to make it slide to go fast. When in karting it's pretty much the opposite, like you really don't want the car to slide to keep the momentum. And at the very start, like the basic skills are completely different, and then somehow they end up facing each other at the highest level of motorsport, whatever it is. Like Alex Palou notably going in IndyCar, and IndyCar is pretty much like Formula 1, but in where you have racing circuits, straight circuits, and oval racing. So it's pretty much a multi-discipline motorsports in one, which is like you need all the skills. You can't say I'm doing IndyCar, but I don't go oval. You don't gain championship doing that. So you need to learn all the skills and the specification of all the type of tracks. And, while we are having quite a battle for P2, there's also this battle at the back. I've been seeing names changing, I think, regularly. Neo versus Ultimate Kaiser. Another Eagle, and another a Brabham. I'm saying another just because Andrew is closing in a battle for P2. No overtake right now. Just close following. And actually, I mean, KS is 7th, but it's closing in closing on A1, Lloyd, the newcomer, on the Eagle that made quite a good showing in the quali, and both of them are quite close to Akashik, like 3 seconds down on Akashik. So there might be a three-way battle for P5, or just guys finding pace and then just letting them both behind and chasing the other battle for P2. Big slide here from Sketty. Yeah, it's actually enough for Val to get by. Can stay ahead this time. He's never completed the full move before. Sketty was always able to put the Eagle, the power of the Eagle ahead, and find a way ahead of the Ferrari of Files. So I'm actually not sure, but I think the Eagle was, like, the engine of Eagle was very old at this point. Still one of the most powerful engines, but very based from the 50s almost, with the big Maserati V12. At least the Cooper was using that. I can't remember the Eagle was what Eagle was, what engine they were running at this point. Getting a watching case closing in. Oh, I think there might be. Where's the mouse? Might be a battle here. Ultimate going through Neo. But can Neo retake the place with the Eagle around the outside of turn 1? Yes, he's just instantly back in. This is quite sad for the Brabham of Ultimate Keza if he is really stuck like that behind a Neo. We'll have to see. Meanwhile, Files in P2 is starting to make a small gap, and Andrew has also lost a bit of time on Skelly behind, so maybe as the battle ended, both refound some pace, and Andrew is going back down. Still close enough to be able to get a position, maybe if any of the driver ahead of him make a mistake, but not really close enough to put real pressure. Maybe it stays there, but even staying there 2 seconds down is not enough to make proper pressure on a driver. And meanwhile, Eric on his own, 25 minutes after the start, and he's 12 seconds up on the road, all by himself, and doing an awesome job for now. He's really doing what he needs to do, especially. And whatever happens to his opponent, if he keeps doing that, he's definitely on his way of being a very solid contender for the championship. And especially today with KS having an issue at the start, he may be in for something and taking maybe a few points. Yeah, but may come handy at the end of the championship, as this is halfway. After this round, we will be halfway down the championship. So this is a good benchmark to see what's happening, and and who are the title contender. Somehow I'm surprised that Case is still 1 second behind A1 Lloyd, but he doesn't really manage to get closer to that. And both of them are now 2 seconds down on Akshik, which was 3 seconds a few minutes ago. But it's not really that close as well, so we'll have to keep the gap in mind and see what's happening. You see, just actually just slightly above. Slightly ahead on the road. And Case, maybe the closest he has been of A1, less than a second, less than half a second even. Yeah, Hayes now, but he can apply some pressure and attempt an overtake soon. But might not be the easiest thing. Like we've seen Ultimate Keza is still under a second behind Neo and still can't really make a pass. So you really need to prepare an overtake when you have an underpowered car. You can't just count on the slipstream and the power of the engine to make you pass the other guy before the next braking area. So you need to get a bit creative and force the other drivers to make a mistake or open room that you should normally not open. So let's see what Case can do. Or whatever defense A1 will bring to him. That's also an interesting side of the battle. As I keep the gap has been bigger, and Andrew is now 1 second 2, 1 second 3 behind Geddy, so he's trying. Oh, Case with the better exit, and that's enough to make a pass. Going back here, side by side with the wheels touching on the King before the final corner at the middle of the long straight, back straight. So 3 of the battle on track were Eagle against Brabham, and 2 of the Brabham managed to overtake basically at the same time in the same lap at least. Only Ultimate Hazer, who is stuck behind Neo for so long now, is still behind, and Ewan almost retake the position here, on taking advantage of the straight line speed of the Eagle, but Case managed to stay ahead. Now we should see Case moving away and going to chase Akashik for P6. Need to. This is interesting to see. Sketty, does he have some damage? Doesn't look like that. And Andrew. No, it seems fine. I don't think any of them get damage from the contact. What a curse livery. Okay, no, sorry. Oops. That's the only one. Can't see from Akshik's engine bay what it looks like with Case approaching and A1 not being far away. Big slide again from Case at the top of the hill. Just saying that the position changed again, I think, for Neo in Ultimate, but it didn't last again. Yeah, he's putting power slides every acceleration zone, so he's managing to put the power down very early on, which is really good and what he needs to do on this car, and maybe gaining a few tenths of a second every time. As you can see here, very oversteering car, big power drift out of the debanking. And just want to get back here. No, it's still trying, but doesn't manage to find a way for now. Meanwhile, KS getting another good exit at this corner. Both managed to slow the car down for the corner. Turning right here for the shorter version of the track. Putting the power down early. He's managed to get a better acceleration out of his little Brabham than actually on the Lotus. And is that the move complete? No! Actually, with the carrying more speed around the outside and staying ahead for now. This is solid defense. Akshik is really trying to stay ahead and score as many points as he can for the championship. He may not fight for the title, but maybe in for third place potentially. So he's giving some his all. As Ultimate Gazer managed to get by, but he's Neo instantly repassing him. Actually, Neo on the outside, so he might need to make room. No, but Ultimate Gazer let him room on the inside, so it's actually Neo that managed to stay ahead by carrying more speed. Very well done from both of us, not making any contact and giving room to the other. And this time the Case and Akshik were on the opposite sides of the previous lap, but the result doesn't really change. It's still Akshik on top, and A1 made a mistake behind them because he was just right there. And he's now 9 seconds behind. Let's check here. Case has usually better exit here, but this stretch is not very long, so you can't really make a big difference out of them. And the braking zone is so tricky, but even if you can brake later, or you should be able to brake later on a flat surface, on this one, you basically have to brake at the same point. Uh, Yeah, so KS managed to overtake the Eagle of Ewan somewhat easily. He's trying to get by the Lotus of Akashik, which is quite interesting, as the Eagle should be the fastest one on the straight, but maybe the Lotus has more power earlier on the APM, or the range is different and he can use it to his advantage against the little Brabham. And yeah, meanwhile at the top, Eric has now a 15-second gap advantage on his own teammate. So the gap pretty much 10-20 minutes ago was 12 seconds, so it hadn't moved a lot. Yeah, probably just managing the gap right now. As he can pretty much do that. Whilst his teammate being also probably managing with 6 seconds ahead of Enru. And Enru potentially on danger, so Enru can't really manage his time. He probably has to attack as much as possible. As K is going for the inside, slight small contact. Oh, again. They made contact on lap 1 and they made contact again almost 40 minutes after that. And K is deciding to leave Akashik go by. So K is paying artist. Or actually asked for it, but I think K is just noticed that he was taking a bit too much place in the corner and didn't leave room to Akashik on the outside. As we have the battle with Ultimate Gazer finally making his way by Neo, and just in front of Eric, so they should have blue flags, and they should stop the battle momentarily to let Eric by. Oh, hi Carlover. Oh, it's making issues again. Good, thank you. How are you? We're having a blast of a Grand Prix for now. Multiple battles. Really interesting to follow. So Eric going by Neo. Hopefully Neo doesn't battle this too much. No, he's easing up and letting Eric by. Nice one. Nicely done. And, going back to... Come on. Going back to the battle here. Case trying another move on oh, this is what I missed. Eagle in the pits. What happened? As Neo managed to overtake Ultimate Case again, probably using the blue flags at his advantage. So sneaky, probably a sneaky move from Neo. A bit sad we missed that. So we'll the battles keep going. So we know Eric is probably the faster of the two, but he's really struggling to make the move stick with the power of the Eagle really making the difference so far. Oh, that was Case completely re-ending Akashik here. Yeah, that was he really didn't expect Akashik to slow in the corner, and yeah, Akashik probably has big damage now, so I think Case just drive. That's... Oh yeah, you can't put the power down. Oh, actually, I could be fuming on this. Warning on the reverse. Yeah, the wheel somehow looks straight. But yeah, that's really not what we want to see. Seems to be very, very straight, so I don't know if it's just the tires that are completely overheated after the spin, or if it really has some damage. We'll need to see, or maybe interview him after the race. So I'm just seeing that Ultimate managed to find a way through again, as Ewan is sadly leaving. I think he had big damage, and he probably didn't get the memo that every finisher get points for the league. Maybe just frustrated from the lack of results from his first race with us, after a very solid showing in qualifying. But he really did well for the first half of the race, and then just one mistake and you're out. So that's a demanding track for sure. And as I was saying, Eric is potentially just managing the gap to his teammate. I think just hit that and accelerated a bit, because he's now he made a few seconds gap very quickly now compared to how stable the gap was for so long. Went from 13 seconds to 17, so 4 seconds gain in the last 5 to 10 minutes, when the gap only grew 1 second in like 15 to 20 minutes earlier. So yeah, Eric is definitely a league in a league of his own today. He really showing why he's a championship contender in his Ferrari, and also showing that the Ferrari is a really solid car. As his teammates, as the only 2 Ferraris on the grid today are P1 and 2. So very good. Sorry. Somehow, talking this much on a stream, my nose doesn't seem to like it, and I was perfectly fine the last few days, and somehow just now my nose is like it's gonna be closed now, and have fun talking with a completely like a closed nose and with the weird voice that goes with that. So sorry for that. As we jump back into another battle, oh, just missed Neo making a mistake. So jumping back to the battle for the podium, for the last position on the podium, Andrew Sketty. Sketty, who was ahead and was more fighting with Vice earlier on, had made a mistake and went back behind Andrew. We expected him to battle Andrew and get third pretty quickly, but turned out Sketty and Andrew had a very similar pace for quite a long time, and so they didn't really. They just stayed at the same gap, 1 second, 1 second and a half. Ooh. That's weird. So Sketty went full speed into turn 1 and made it through, and then went a bit too wide, I think. It just seemed like he let Andrew back underneath him. So Andrew is back ahead after having been overtaken quite easily in S's. So quite a weird battle going on here. I think they will resume. They will resume the battle. Sketty already trying to get back on the podium on his home soil, being the whole American of the grid tonight. And as I'm saying that, can he keep it? That's going high in the banking. And Arno is able to stay ahead, staying low. But can Sketty get a better speed out of the corner? So he's through for now. Can he stay ahead in S's? Not making the same mistake as before. He seems to be through. And now can he stay ahead? Big power slide out of the corner, and I think no, he's still ahead, but that's very close. We're gonna drive a bit with Andrew in the Brabham, the Repco Brabham. I really don't know what's causing the issues on stream. Sorry for that. We're having a... Oh, wait, what? Come on. No? Having some issues with the new things. There is a tier chair standing towers, but I'm not using for this race, but it's a new one specifically for to work with driver swaps, that somehow doesn't really want. I mean, he's working even if not shown, so it's a bit annoying. And the other one with the car, like the screen blinking and the car showing back to my car in the pits, it's the auto pit camera, which is a thing to help the broadcast commentary, but it's doing weird things from time to time. As we were saying, jumping to the teammate of Andrew, Neo is back ahead of Ultimate Kaiser for P7. The Ultimate, who managed to make a move finally after like being stuck for 30 minutes, is now back behind him again, behind the eagle of Neo. Slowing down and making moves, making his car tiny on the side for Vice to get by. Really nice, nicely done. Can he take advantage of the blue flags for Neo and maybe get back ahead? just stay here for a minute. In Neo, that's a blue flag. Move away. Forcing a bit fast to navigate him around. Should be all good. Neo shouldn't lose his position. Lining behind Vars here and into the banking. Quite nicely done. The next car for them is Getty, which is 8 seconds behind, so they shouldn't have any issue. Just gonna have a quick see with Akshik. How is his car handling now? It seems fine here, so it maybe was just the tires that had some issues earlier on, after the contact and the spins. I really hope the tires are not cooked because I still have 7 minutes to go, 8 minutes to go. But he also have a solid gap, 17 seconds to Neo. We're still fighting with ultimates, so they are not as fast as one car chasing him. So hopefully stay there and we'll see later on if we get some words about this incident. Okay, taking some liberties in track limits apparently. I don't really think it's helping him in any ways. But yeah, there's a reason there are like the track limits and white lines. It's that you stay on tarmac to get the better traction and don't really move from that. The dirt is not really the part where you want to drive these cars. Drive a bit on board with Vice in P2. Now 23 seconds down on his teammate. Quite a big gap for the lead. Probably the biggest one we've had so far. Need to check that, of course. Well, actually no, the biggest one of course was Spa last week. But that was very specific race. And on pure pace, I don't think the lead would have been that big, honestly. So quite interesting. I'm checking the gaps. I think Skate is slightly catching on Vice now. Now that he doesn't have Andrew in front of him, and then maybe Vice is not pushing as much with the gap he has in both directions. 6 seconds is not that big, but it's also enough for it's enough of a caution. If you don't make any mistake, it allows you to lay down a bit and just enjoy the last few laps of the race. And just checking, we just have Ultimate Kaiser who has backed down a bit, so a bit more than 1 second behind Neo. So these two have been battling. I mean, we've seen in qualifying that their times were pretty close to each other, and indeed they didn't. I think the biggest gap we've had between those two for the whole race was like 2 seconds. So it's really they showed us a very good battle for the whole race. So very good. Even if Neo now is a bit more ahead, I'm saying bad, and ultimate just above 1 second down now, so the battle might not be over in the last few laps, as there is the Eagle of Skady coming to lap them. So I said earlier that I didn't expect them to be lapped again by anyone this race, but apparently I was wrong, and Neo and Ultimate Kaiser are about to be lapped by Skady and Andrew in P3 and 4. So Andrew is about to lap his teammate. There's a quite difference in speed and in use of the cars. Skady is making his way through. So that's one car down. And hopefully Neo doesn't make it hard for him in the second car. That's also always difficult, that he has blue flags, but he also doesn't want... He is doing his own battle, so he really doesn't want to lose advantage of that. So we have cars going everywhere. Skady going in the inside, and then the two... Oh, contact! I think Neo slided a bit wide. Everyone managed to catch the car, so this is good. And now they need to make move for Andrew, so Ultimate Kaiser make the pass here. Neo need to not fight this one here. It's getting confusing because they are in the same car basically, same liveries. And what was that Neo? Wait, Neo huge damage? What's happening? Neo with huge damage? I completely missed that. What happened? Steering is completely broken. And even Yelko needed to pit, so first pit for Yelko and first probably mistake. And Andrew is still behind his teammate somehow. Should be able to make a move, or they just... The most drivers are in vocal chat, so they should be able to talk about that and call the blue flags by themselves during the race. So all good on that side. And Ultimate nicely moved away in just before the kink. So the whole situation was a bit scary at some points, but all good now. And yeah, so we are back with the leader in his final lap. So he just has 2 more corners to go. First the king, and the very long banked corner, which is drifted most of the way, and that's a race win for Eric. Neo crossing the line just behind, having repaired the car and finished the race, which is still good. He may lose a position at the end to Ultimate Kaiser, but it was a battle that lasted the whole race. But he finished at least. Vice taking the Ferrari in P2 and making it a 1-2, and then behind Skady securing the podium in front of Andrew, his teammate being one lap behind. Who are we waiting for? First one. Oh, actually crossed the line already, I think. I haven't seen him. Yeah, I think he's probably a bit pissed. Yeah, Neo, what happened? Did you clip the wall in the last corner to get your big damage? I just missed that. I'm going to replay. Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking, but okay, so let's get the replay while I'm setting the interview channel. Here we go. So I'm gonna get Eric first. So Eric, you are... Yeah, welcome Eric. Big, like, congrats for the win. How was that? Like, easy win? You just get the lead early and then you just manage the gap, or what it was from your point of view? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, definitely easy to make mistake on such a circuit. Did you improve the setup from previous rounds, or did you use basically the same?
Just small changes, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like I think we found a really nice setup, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think me and Viles was the same one, and actually he managed to get the fastest lap there on the last lap, I think, Viles. So well done to him.
Viles making a sneaky fast lap. Thankfully, he didn't stall a point because there is no point for the fast lap. But
Yeah.
With Case down in 5th position, I think, at the end of the race. This is actually good points for you for the championship after half the rounds. Looking good so far.
Yeah, I mean, should be. I think I needed that after your last week, which wasn't like too bad, but he was like 6th place in the end, or 6th or 7th, because so many drivers crashed out or something else. But yeah, still a nice recovery from last week.
Yeah, Spa was something for sure. But yeah, very again, congrats, and make sure to celebrate with your teammate for this one too.
Will do.
We'll get him now on the interview. One last word, or before send you off.
No, I mean, that's it, I think.
Thank you again,
Thank you.
Eric.
Great stream, by the way.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oops. May have called him just a bit early. Hello, Viles.
Hello.
Yes, that's a solid performance that you showed here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where the pace came from. I mean, me and Sketty in qualifying were pretty close, so I knew that I could, keep up as long as I kept up maximum attack.
Yeah.
We had some awesome battles, me and Sketty. I mean, he put up a great fight, and the overtake that I had on him after it was done, I did tell him I don't really know sort of what happened or, during that overtake.
Yeah.
It all happened so fast. I was just driving the car, and that was it. That's all I was doing.
Just trying to see quickly if I can get it on stream. I don't remember when it was, so
I don't know either. He makes a mistake in one of the corners, and I mean, I do take full advantage, but
yeah, definitely.
it was just...
I mean, this is all you need in such a track. Like Eric said, very difficult, very easy to make a mistake.
Yes, yeah.
So did you share the same setup, or did you modify it to your liking?
Eric DM'd me the setup. I asked him yesterday. I said, "Are we using, the same setup as we did in Fuji or another round?" And then, I got a DM back this morning saying, "Use this." And then I got another DM, later on and during qualifying saying, I think it was during qualifying or maybe before, saying, "Use this and take the fuel out of it. This is the race setup and the qualifying. Just make sure you dump all the fuel."
Nice.
And that was pretty much it, really. I felt very comfortable with the car.
So this is Eric being the team leader properly and sending you the setups to make it work.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it works brilliantly. I mean, we seem to both have a very, I suppose, similar driving style, apart from the Saturday Daytona race where I was really struggling. But every round that we've driven, at least in the F1, I've really got along with the Ferrari in terms of setup wise. Again, it's just matching me. So I can't complain sort of too much. I mean, I even managed the fastest lap and almost ruined that by going into the wall.
That would have been very anticlimactic to go into the wall in the last lap. Especially with Sketty and Andrew not being very far off still. Like they were 6 to 10 seconds down. They were held off a bit at the end by the battle of Neo and Ultimate Kaiser.
Yeah, I was. My Delta told me I was about 0.4, I think. Yeah, 0.3, 0.4 up on my previous time, like my best time.
Okay.
And I was coming around the banking, and I still managed to hold it, but I didn't really manage the exit too well. So I just sort of adjusted my my accelerator just a tiny bit off because I was understeering, and then I managed to hold it out of the wall and
nice drift on the banking. Oh yeah, the Ferrari seems to be
I want to see.
Very good, very strong around here, taking like all advantage of everything. Really good battles we've had all the way through the ranking. I've been following Neo and Ultimate Kaiser being putting on a show for the whole race basically. And Sketty as well was in battle first with you and then with Andrew. For basically the whole race, and then KS was doing a big recovery drive after the incident on lap 1. So,
and hopefully you could see the big sort of flames out the back of my car every time I was going.
Oh yeah,
up and down the
plenty
gears.
of flames behind the Ferrari. I don't know who is your tuner, but I don't think he's doing I don't know if he's doing a good job, but maybe there are.
Neo was asking why
really?
there were so many flames coming out the back of my car. Yeah, I did have to explain it to him. I mean, it's just some config magic where you just turn up the multiplier.
Yeah.
at the red line basically. So when we're, when me and Eric are shifting up,
Yeah,
it shoots a massive flame at the back. So
nice.
that was just more for sort of style and stream, sort of points. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Also actually during qualifying, well, just before I actually started talking to you in the stream,
Yeah.
I had to quickly swap over my my Moser wheel.
Okay.
I was in practice. I was using the big 60s one, like I have been for the THR event on Saturday,
Okay.
and that proves really difficult in this car because it's really nimble.
Yes.
You need something a lot smaller.
Yes.
And my Moser rim at the time had the Formula mod, and I just thought, well, that's not going to be very helpful in this car because you do need to drift it. So then I was sat there with the Syndicate stream open with an Allen key in my hand,
and
potentially
unscrewing the modern Formula thing, and putting back the wheeled one.
Yes. It's gonna stay this way for a while because we don't have a Saturday event for a while. So
yeah.
Wednesday will be we'll keep it for the Wednesday.
Yeah. Also, especially like the small motor wheel, the round one, is pretty much a good size for these Formula 1 60s Formula 1 cars.
Well, the problem with that is it's the D-shaped one, not the completely round one.
Yeah.
So sort of when you're drifting the car, you're grabbing at the flat spot.
I find it easier personally. I really like that it's flat at the bottom. But that's really my personal taste.
Yeah.
I find it. I really like it for the size for this era of Formula 1. I think it suits.
I have found out that Moser do another wheel mod for the ES wheel.
Okay.
That is round, but it costs like £80. So it just seems a bit counterproductive. I'd rather just have the D shape and bare width than a complete round wheel. For as I said in the just before qualifying about my ear, I'm sorry when my headset half off my head, so I'm gonna head off in a minute and go sort that out and be ready for Saturday.
Yeah, sure. Take some rest. And you can celebrate that because it was a very solid one. And again, 1-2 with your teammate, so 1-2 in the Ferraris.
Yes, who was third? Because
Sketty get third ahead of Andrew. So Sketty managed to get a podium on home soil.
Sketty's no longer in the call, so I assume he's gone for dinner.
Yeah, probably. Sketty isn't really one for the interviews, I guess.
No, it's because after the race he goes to either make dinner or eat dinner.
Yeah, not really, not necessarily an issue. I'm happy to call the stream off right now as well. But yeah, very thank you to you, Viles, for your driving. To everyone else driving, had an awesome show tonight. And
thank you.
And
the stream, I'll be watching it.
I get your vibes. See you.
Yeah.
There, and then we'll just get the stream as well. So thank you for showing up and taking time to discuss here a bit. And so Saturday there won't be Syndicate events as we will be at THR 12 hour of Le Mans. Pirate will be the main commentary on the English podcast, so make sure to tune in Saturday from noon European time to midnight. We will have 3 cars one in each class, and next Wednesday there won't be any stream as it's the rest week, and the following week we just resume standard procedure, standard schedule with Formula 1 at Brabham Garden, and after that it will be let me check, LMP2 at LMP2 at Algarve, Portugal, Portimao. Very, very good circuit. So yep. Thanks again, and see you later. Bye.